Hey everyone, welcome to Breeders' Cup #NoFilter. I'm your host, Acacia Courtney, and thrilled to be joined today by Jerry Bailey and Randy Moss, both with NBC, looking ahead to this year's Breeders' Cup. How you doing, guys?
Jerry's always at his best with no filter.
This sounds very sketchy. I don't know.
We're going to have some fun today, so we're going to ease you into it, going a little bit conversational. How did you and when did you fall in love with horse racing?
Well, being from Hot Springs, which is the the home of Oaklawn Park racetrack, it's hard to grow up in a place like that and not be interested in horse racing.
This is going to sound strange, but even though I grew up with horses and I started riding in the mid-'70s, I didn't fall in love with horse racing until I rode a horse called Cigar. I used horse racing as a means to an end. I wanted to compete. I wanted to be an athlete. Obviously, I was too small to be any other kind of athlete except a jockey, so it was just about the competition for me until I rode Cigar. And he was such a cool horse and good. And I got to kind of hang around the barn more and learn about him, and he kind of flipped me over to really love all horses and horse racing.
I learned something new today. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that was great. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Cigar a little bit later, but right now we're going to play a game. So this is called Who Won It? So I'm going to read a bunch of clues, and you can tell me who it is. It could be a person or it could be a horse. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Won 12 Breeders' Cup races. Won the Breeders' Cup Classic 4 times.
Jerry Bailey.
You're out. You're out.
Won the first Breeders' Cup race in 1986 and was born in Colorado.
Pat Day.
Okay, one for Jerry.
Who is Pat Day?
Who is Pat Day? Who is Pat Day? Okay.
I thought it was a trick question because Jerry was right here. All right.
Okay.
He obviously doesn't know how many Breeders' Cups I've won.
You can say Jerry Bailey for every answer.
Okay.
Maybe one of them will be right.
Okay.
Next one. Won 3 Breeders' Cup races. Won the Breeders' Cup Distaff twice. Had a race record 26-8-10-0 and is known to be a diva.
Jockey?
Could also be a horse.
Could also be a horse. Well, no horse would have won it 3 times.
Different Breeders' Cup races.
I don't know.
Beholder.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know she was a diva. I guess that makes
I'm
sense.
still ahead 1-0 by the
Yes. All right. Next one. Won 15 Breeders' Cup races. Was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012 and won his first ever race in 1990.
15. John
Randy
Velasquez.
Romero.
John Velasquez.
John Velasquez.
Ooh, ding, ding, ding. 2 for Jerry.
How many more do we have left?
You gotta hurry up here, Randy.
We gotta have at least
All right,
3 left.
We got 1 more left.
Oh.
This is your moment to shine. Okay, won the Breeders' Cup Classic twice. Missed the 2-year-old season. And
Is now.
All right, he comes back. He comes
Fast closer.
back.
One more.
Closer.
Short.
Overtime.
That's all I got. But if you guys want to make up some, that's
Oh, no,
fine.
that's it.
That's it. We're done. So Jerry wins, but Randy came back with a strong effort. At least he didn't get skunked. Okay. Now this is Throwback Thursday, and you kind of already talked about it a little bit. So on this Throwback Thursday, we're going to take a look at Jerry Bailey's amazing ride with Cigar. So here you guys get a chance to take a look.
You see that, Randy?
Jerry Bailey is America's top jockey. He's already broken his own record for earnings in a year. Hall of Famer, winner of 4 Breeders' Cup Classics and this year's Kentucky Derby. Last year, at the age of 38, he had the honor of riding the greatest horse of this decade, Cigar. All this for a kid who was too short for basketball, too small for football, too slow for track. Riding since the age of 15, Bailey paid his dues, bided his time until the great champion appeared. With his skills honed to their finest edge, Jerry Bailey on Cigar often found himself just a passenger.
Most horses that I ride, and especially good horses, you can feel the effort that they put forth as you're closing in on horses or going by horses. Cigar, you don't feel too much. You just see yourself whizzing by them one by one by one.
And whiz by them they did. Even though Jerry Bailey rode other horses 5 days a week, The ride on Cigar earned him fame, fortune, and responsibility.
Jerry Bailey calls on Cigar for everything he has. And here he is, the unconquerable, invincible, unbeatable Cigar.
I thought there was nothing that could unfold in a race that Cigar couldn't overcome. Traffic, pace, anything. I was obviously wrong.
In the hands of Jerry Bailey, Cigar seemed invincible. No one ever doubted horse or jockey. When defeat came on August 10th, after a record-equaling 16 straight wins, there was disbelief.
I saw Jerry look at Cigar and Cigar look at Jerry, and I saw the love that they both had for each other, and I think they both felt they let each other down. That was, there we go, but that was sad.
Everyone expects me to win. I mean, from the owner and the trainer, to my wife, to my son Justin, who doesn't know all that much about horse racing. I can recall after the Pacific Classic and after the Jockey Club Gold Cup, coming home and having to tell Justin that Cigar got beat, and he said, "Oh, Dad?"
All the country responded the same way. How could it have happened? Once, maybe a fluke. But on Cigar's home track just 3 weeks ago, Cigar was once again defeated. Now it was time for introspection.
I thought I could win. Now, whether I underestimated Skip Away, whether I overestimated what Cigar could do versus Skip Away, I don't know what the real answer to that is. It may be a little combination of both. But it was apparent after the race that I left a little bit too much for Cigar to do in the last quarter of a mile.
Today, it's up to Cigar and Jerry Bailey.
Jerry, just tell me a little bit. What did you feel when you were on Cigar's back?
And any race
At
or
any
specific?
race, any race.
Well, I didn't know he was going to be as good as he turned out initially. But as his career developed, it was obvious he was pretty special. And honestly, he was just such a good horse, I just tried to stay out of his way. Put him in a spot he could win if he was good enough, and he did it time after time after time.
With a good horse like that, did you feel a lot of pressure?
Yeah, I kind of always felt pressure. I wasn't supposed to lose. So anytime as a rider you walk on the track and you're not supposed to lose, yeah, there's an added dimension of pressure, but there was no horse I would rather have been on with that pressure.
And how did you handle that when you have a horse like that you want to keep him in such good form and get him to the winner's circle where he's supposed to be?
Just put him in the clear. Sometimes you have to be a pilot and sometimes you have to be a passenger. For Cigar, you just really had to be a passenger. Stay out of his way.
He still feels pressure sitting next to me because he's always got to correct these things that he hears that are wrong. You know.
Are you guys?
It's a lot. It's a tough
kind of
job.
have like a brotherly.
Tough job.
No, we
Yeah.
live 1,500 miles apart, but we're very close friends, but we're very competitive.
Do you text every day?
We race from Starbucks.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Don't tell the local authorities that.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh. All right.
One of us has been known to blow through some yellow/red lights in order to keep up.
Okay, I'm not going to tell. This is no filter, but I'm not going to tell that part. But anyway,
Right.
foremost, we're going to play another game.
Good.
Okay, this one's
Gives me
called.
a chance to win.
Or lose.
Well, this one's going to be a little bit different because it involves eating some carrots. So we're going to give you some carrots, and it's called Never Have I Ever. You might have heard of it.
You got us confused with Cigar.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna read some scenarios, and if you have done it, you'll have to take a bite of the carrot, and we'll see who has.
These are washed, correct?
They are washed and peeled, I've been
Okay.
told,
All
right
right.
here at Churchill Downs. Okay. Never have I ever froze on television.
So if it's so what are the rules again?
If you have you froze on television?
He freezes every show. Unless it's,
You gotta
unless
take a
it's-
bite of a carrot then.
Unless it's 80 degrees.
Oh, whoa, no.
Let's go.
Not that kind of breathing.
Like staring into
chomp,
the black
chomp.
hole of the camera.
Chomp, chomp.
No, what he's referring to is I'm from Fort Lauderdale, where it's
I know the
average
feeling. It's hot
85
down
degrees.
there.
I get
Yeah.
cold, so I freeze.
He freezes.
Okay.
Every show.
Have you like frozen where you haven't been
Is that
able to
good?
speak?
No, but here's what happens. We crack each other up so often that literally seconds before the red light goes on, we'll be bursting out in laughter, almost crying.
Crying. Yeah.
Right.
We both tend to tear up when we laugh really
But
hard.
we seem
so
to pull it together before the show goes
We
on.
worry the producers a lot. You guys okay? You gonna be all right? 5, 4, wiping our eyes. We somehow manage.
Well, that's good. They kept you around, so that's a plus, right?
How's a
Yeah.
carrot?
It's great.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Never have I ever Googled my own name.
Oh, I have.
What's up, Doc?
Yes, it's out there, right? Okay, never have I ever practiced being on air in the mirror.
No?
No.
No,
No.
I haven't either. I think that's a lot.
Too
But
scary.
anyway,
Too scary.
Yeah.
It's Halloween though.
It is. Happy Halloween. All right.
Okay.
Never have I ever forgotten a horse's name on air.
Oh,
All the
I
time.
can't take enough
Yeah.
bites.
What's up, Doc? All right.
What's up, Doc?
Did you take another bite?
I
Never
have.
forgot?
I have.
Okay.
Not as often as him, but I have.
Not as often. Never have I ever lied about my age.
No.
Very honest guys.
29. I don't need to.
No.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
What's
Never
up,
have I
Doc?
ever accidentally texted the wrong person, leading to an awkward explanation.
I just did it the other day.
Big
What's
bite.
up, Doc?
He's gonna be good for your eyesight, right? Isn't that what carrots are?
That must have been a really interesting text message. You took half the carrot.
It was a group text between our producer and Randy, and I included my driver.
Oh no!
Drives me to the airport, man.
Oh, he's gonna know a lot about what's
I
happening
bet.
this weekend. Great. How you doing there? Okay.
I'm full.
Never have I ever bet the 1 to 5 horse.
I don't bet. We don't.
Okay. Never have I ever taken a selfie.
I
Take
hate.
selfies.
I hate.
You've never
hate
taken a
selfies?
selfie? Uh-oh.
with other
Take
people.
a bite.
but
Have you
not
taken your own selfie?
Like with something behind you.
With a Snapchat
Yes,
filter
yeah,
or
yeah,
something? Yeah.
What's up, Doc?
See, he's on you. He's on you. Never have I ever, and this pertains to both of you, worn matching suits on air.
We did it last year at the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah.
All right.
I got 2 more.
There's no shame in that one. I like it. Been referred to as Bert and Ernie.
Ah!
All the
Yeah, that's
time.
cheating. You better help.
I
What's
don't
up,
know.
Doc?
I need another carrot.
Okay, never have I ever, and this has happened to me recently, gotten the hiccups on air.
I get them all the time.
Let's hear it.
I had them all day today.
What did you do? Did you like awkwardly try to hold your breath, or do you have a cough button or something?
You have a cough button.
Yeah.
Hold your breath. Yeah.
We tried to give him the bill at the dinner last night to scare him, but
To try to get it out.
Stand on your head and drink water.
Stand on-
It's a
oh,
little,
that's-
little hard to do on the set.
no wonder
but-
you scare your producers.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Never have I ever made a list of people I never want to interview again.
Mental list, but not a physical
Maybe a
list.
mental list.
What's up, Doc?
All right. Never have I ever said a curse word on air. No. Good for you. You not even accidentally?
Damn, we've never done that.
Wow.
I got to do that.
It was a little peachy.
We got to
though.
do that just to add
Yeah.
to the.
I know, just to add, just to make it a little
Yeah,
bit better. Yeah.
yeah.
All
Something to
right.
live up
How
to
we
now.
doing? Let's see.
We have something to aspire to now. First words on air.
I'm still leading.
Uh-oh, he's leading. Well, they're going to finish up their carrots. We're going to make sure that their eyesight's really good for this weekend. Don't forget to tune in. Thank you all for joining us. Tickets, of course, are still on sale for the Breeders' Cup. You can watch on Friday on NBCSN and on Saturday at NBC. Jerry and Randy, thank you so much. Good luck this weekend,
Yeah,
guys.
thank. There's a tooth mark on this. I think a horse had this before us.
Maybe
Whatever.
it was an able.
Whatever. Okay.
Very good.
Bye.
Thank you. See you next time, guys.